Alright folks, welcome to this exciting video where you once again join me with the channel DJ. Today we're continuing where we left the last video off. Today we're exploring the abandoned insane asylum of Strathmartine next to Dundee. And look at it, this is the buildings that we've not seen yet. It looks insane. It's almost like they just had a fingerprint for a building and they just put it around like a set building, if you know what I mean, like a prefabricated structure. And these structures are massive. Look, the doors open up there. So I think we should just go straight on up and head out. Yeah, there is a health centre up there, so what we need to do is stay low key. Will we go up to where those bushes are? Because I think there's a path goes underneath. I don't know if both these buildings are identical, but aye. Anyway folks, let's do it. This is some intro, but we're just like reading the land here because we're wanting to explore as much as we can without getting seen by security. And there is a current health centre still in use down there. Yeah, we're only going in the buildings which is open and we can get in. There is like a fence perimeter around the old Victorian part of the hospital, so we're now going to be trying to go through there, but yeah, it's insane. There is a swimming pool too at this site, which would be cool to have a look at. Wow, look at this crazy scene behind us. Look, there is a third storey. But then we saw the floor was damaged. See, that's been all like bricked up now. This is so cool folks, look at this. Oh, check this out. Wow. What a cool table and chairs that is. I need to get a photo of this. So this is crazy folks, seeing stuff like this. It's like some mad 60s or 70s kind of ancient. What must have been a canteen eating area. And they've lightened it up with the bright colours, the yellow and the green. This was maybe where the kitchen was for that canteen. Wow, what a place folks. What an adventure. In like the last episode, again, you probably saw it was like hospital buildings. These ones are slightly different, I think. Aye, there's a ladder down there. Look, there's the old front door. That's the one that's been bricked up. Aye. Yeah, that's the main like cable. Conduit. Look at that for a scene folks, it's crazy to see the length of these old corridors. Wow, look, there's a number, I don't know if it's a room number or what, a corridor number. And then there's a wee red light up on the wall. Oh look, see under the floor, it's crazy, like there's a whole area. The floor doesn't look very thick. It's like these are massive prefabricated buildings with cement on the first couple of floors and then the third story's got the wooden floor. Wow, the bits of the window and stuff lying in here. It's so cool. It's just abandoned room after abandoned room folks, and we're just documenting the history for the viewer. Here, look at this. This is like some sort of padded cell or something. I think it's alright. It's cement. I'm thinking this is like a padded cell style. But then maybe no. Listen. There's somebody in here, folks. Yeah, what is that? That's just hanging there. We definitely heard somebody there. Like, this is the same as those toilets we saw in that other building. Oh, look at this, just a wee toilet. So there is similarities between this and the other building, but this one's slightly differently laid out. We need to watch bits where there's a lot of weight kind of underfoot with cement and stuff, because all that plaster's just on top. Oh look, here's a lift. Look at this, folks. There's a total lift here. Think how that lift shaft. Oh, there's a cold breeze. Here, maximum load, 24 persons. Ellis McDougall, Glasgow's the make of the lift. Oh, you can see the lift shaft. Look up there, folks. Check it out. The chains and stuff. Yeah, it could have been a main entrance too. Oh, no way, folks, check that out. Well, we'll go up for a look. Look at this, folks, we're fully exposed here. Everybody can see in. Everybody could see us going up the stairs. Here, it'd be cool to go to that building. See, there's no railings on these ones like there was with the other ones, but then maybe it's been knocked off. Wow, look at the top here, the whole thing's fallen in. This is crazy, folks. Little side wards and day rooms. Oh, we should see that room, which has got the carved window. Little side rooms, little shower rooms, folks. Yeah, so this asylum was first built in like the Victorian era and then added to all the way into the 1900s. And these are like the later buildings we're in now. Probably all the way to like, yeah, 1900 buildings for sure, folks. These are more like some sort of like flat pack construction, I think. And that's how you find similar or the same rooms.
Looks like the walls expanded.
Oh, aye. Mm-hmm. A pipe, I think, a radiator. That would be a radiator on those brackets. Look, here's a wee office. Oh, that's the top of the lift shaft. Look at this, folks. That was the lift that we were looking in a minute ago down there. Got all the cables. Wow. That's insane, folks. I've never seen a lift shaft. Look, there's a hatch up there for getting in. You must have to climb through there. Again, if the lift was stuck. Well, no, the maintenance guy would need an access area though to the motor and things like that.
It's just an outside wall.
Okay, what's crazy though, the height of this. Yeah, it's actually got Harlan on it there.
That's an outside wall.
So this bit's been added onto it at a later time. Because you can see that's near the outside wall.
It's the same island as that.
Yeah, so do you think the bit with the lifting hand's obviously a later addition? Crazy scenes, folks. This is insane, folks. I think all the noises we've heard so far has been pigeons and stuff. Wow. It's been like some little middle nurse's station. Where is those big fancy windows? Oh, here they are. Here we go, folks. Check this out. The roof's really bad above here. I wouldn't trust it. Yeah. Wow, like you can see Dundee out the window. Check this out, folks. Wow. I don't know how good this floor and stuff is, but check the construction out of this window with the cement above it. This is a crazy scene right here. Abandoned Scotland like never before on the channel, folks. What a scene. Like, there's the buildings which featured in the last episode, folks. You can hear the pigeons just above our heads. Wow, this whole area is just epic. There's more buildings over that way. This adventure's just going to continue though, folks. We're going to keep it rolling. There's so many different buildings and different rooms to look at. It's just like mind-blowing history, folks. It's an urban adventurer's dream. Oh, no way, look at that.
Can you go that way?
Yeah, that'll be the same everywhere we are.
That's
No
why I say
way.
I don't trust this.
Look at this Homer Simpson through there. Wow, I can't believe it. We need to watch it. Yeah, these floors are super dangerous, folks. They could go through at any moment. And I can see down there, somebody's been like graffitiing, but there's a massive hole in the roof. I don't know, I really don't think it's that safe. Look at these day rooms, folks. That's the window I was looking through a minute ago from the big veranda window. The big bay window. See, the old windows have been covered at a later time with these different windows. Maybe to stop people escaping. See, I don't trust the floor down here now. Somebody's been going wild with the graffiti. Is this a stairs to our right? We'll go down this way. I wouldn't trust that, like. No, after seeing that other corridor. Wait, there's a thing. An old sign up there. Yeah, there's a plate up. But a dish. Somebody's been in the attic eating their wherever they had stovies. Look how high up we are here, folks. I'm going to get a picture. Insane adventures, folks. Somebody's graffitied this cross up on the window here. Yeah, the classical stereo, like. See, I'm not sure how the windows were originally. It looks like an original railing. So they maybe had some nice windows here before those glass blocks. It's crazy being in the middle of all this abandoned wonder, folks. Just everywhere you look, there's something interesting. But I really don't trust the floors at that high level. Like above our heads here, it's just totally kaput with moisture. Is this another one of these bathing rooms? It's like what we saw at the other building in the last episode. Wow. I love these little windows with the square panes of glass. But they've been covered over at a later time with the wooden frames. Oh, look in there, that must be like a nurse's room or something. Oh no, what's in there? That's a whole other one of these things. It's almost like a changing room. Yeah, so there are orange curtains. Yeah, it's insane, folks. Do you think we should head along to one of those other buildings now? These all seem to just be similar.
It's a store.
Oh, wow, the roof. Oh, that's below the stair. I thought the roof had fallen down, but it's actually the shape of it. It's almost below ground level. Whoa! There's a little bird nesting in there. Let's leave it to it, folks. We're at one with nature. Bathroom in there as well. There's just all sorts of stuff like that. Bathrooms and wards and day rooms. Just a crazy mix of hospital history, folks. Yeah, these ones. You didn't really get insane asylums like this now. Yeah, I don't know what that would be for.
It's like a decoration or something.
It maybe stops echoing or something. That's the same as the metal railing which is at that window. See, they've got extra bits to stop people trying to climb under it. Wow, look, that's got a metal layer to the wall. Utility room. Wow, look at that thing. This is crazy, folks. See these wee rooms, this is spooky. Little rooms like this, folks. Eerie. It's just the land that time forgot. Maybe if humans just left planet Earth, every building would look like this. Wow, there's loads of stuff in there. What is it? Eh? How's that? Here we go, folks. The Channel DJ's found the padded cell.
Come through the room. Come through.
Oh, that's so it is. No way, look at this, folks.
Pads on
Look
the
at that,
walls.
we found the padded room. Padded cell. And look, even the thing for the door. To stop people hurting themselves. If somebody was going mental, this is where they would be. They'd be kicking off. And look, the padding's all around here. And then look, they've had like fans or something mounted in there. Look, there's a shoe under there. Yeah, how crazy is it though? Oh, look, there's where those fans went. So if they were kicking off, they maybe blew in something. They maybe blew in a chemical, folks, and then the fans maybe blew it across. Because why else would they have 4 fans?
That's a giant button
Is
on
it
the
in
other
here?
side.
It's got a, is it? Oh, aye. A blue button.
It's connected to that wall.
Yeah, that's insane, folks. There's been something going on with this padded cell. It looks like somebody's been kicking off. There's footprints on it. Wow, folks, this is unreal. Oh, look. Training room. So there's a room when they're training.
Training with what?
Well, it could be so to train them to deal with somebody if they're kicking off. I don't know what the fans would be for. Who even knows, folks? Real history though. Imagine that. Kind of padded cells are real things though.
Yeah.
And this is kind of the first thing we've seen that looks like it. I'll take a couple of pictures though. So this is the most mysterious room we've found, folks. Look at that, there's a dictaphone there. So maybe somebody's been doing ghost hunting in here as well. That's the sort of thing they use. Look at that, folks, there's a wee bottle of something in there. Maybe they used to come in here though and give folk the stuff and the people, kind of if they were kicking off. There's another training room here. See, they probably trained for loads of different scenarios. See, this is more like the size of a room you would think would be padded. See, it's strange the windows like that. It's like it's been re-changed.
Yeah.
Because there's a proper window there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's been a door in at one time. Oh, that's the main door in.
Just toilets and shit.
It is crazy. We're like literally walking through like a labyrinth of abandoned rooms and buildings, and it's crazy just keeping the camera rolling through all this.
This is the nail stuff changing.
Yeah, so the nurses or whoever would be doing here, this is where they changed, and then they would be doing training and stuff along there. And then maybe once they did all that, they got put down to those other buildings that we saw in the last episode, which might have been like one of the main hubs. See, maybe this was here as well for training.
Yeah.
Teaching them how to get the people on and off the toilet and stuff. Crazy, folks. Anyway, let's carry on this mystical adventure through history. Wow, look at the colour of this. It's been painted up. See, maybe they had children's like rooms and stuff too. Kind of for children who were coming to like visit people, or maybe, I don't know if children, like people in here might have had their own children. It's like somebody's been shooting this with an air rifle.
Yeah, it's like this is a used to have
Like emergency pool, is that thing there? Crazy. Even this window though, they've got like perspex in front of the glass. Must have been just in case anybody kicked off. Yeah, the rooms is in such poor decay. That was where we looked on the way in. And this is the door we came in, which is back to the canteen. Anyway, let's see if we can evade security and get to the next building. Right folks, in this cool adventure, we're now going to try and get round to the swimming pool, which I did visit before, and it's got, like, it was just amazing to see such a cool building. Yeah, I think we should go down the back of these houses, or buildings there. Check it out folks, a fabulous structure. Wasted, abandoned, lost to nature and time. It's crazy how nature just takes back over. They must have recently been in, like those diggers, they must be clearing this whole area. See, maybe somebody's bought it and they're redeveloping it into houses. Sometimes places like this folks can get bought and then flattened and redeveloped, and then videos like this can often be the only thing left, so you can see how it was. Okay, in a certain time, 2022, you can see the condition of these buildings after they've been abandoned for so many years. Okay, and I would think they're pretty, like, it won't be long before they're redeveloped. It's that kind of area. But what I've seen with the buildings that's here, they would have to just get flattened and taken away because there's no much like decent parts left of them. Like, there's just tons of buildings up there the whole way along. Wow, this is insane folks, look at these buildings. Again, some viewers might be thinking this is the same buildings we saw in the last video, but it's not. This whole site is just full of abandoned buildings, folks.
There's 3 buildings like that along there, and that's separate.
Yeah, there's massive buildings though, eh? I'm not even sure what they would have been like if nurses had their own place that they stayed when they were here.
We've only done these 2 and these 2.
Yeah. So we're now heading up the hill away from these big massive buildings, folks. Yeah, that one's got an elevator and this one doesn't it? But maybe they were all developed at different times. Aye, we're heading on up here now, folks. It looks like recently they've taken the cable out from below the ground, look. What a crazy place this is, folks. There's just buildings after buildings after buildings. Yeah, it looks like the swimming pool, again where that green tree is down there. It would be like this side of that. It might be gone. Look at this, folks. All these buildings around here have got this underground section, which is weird. Must be like a maintenance section. Or it could have been like an escape area. See, originally this Strathmartine building had like verandas here with a glass roof. And that's where this thick glass comes from. I think last time I was here that was still in place. And there is 3 identical buildings to this along the top here, folks. Oh look, we can see inside here. Look at that, folks. These are just like wards as well. There's so many ferns inside there. Yeah, that's the door into the maintenance area right there. Look at those bricks, folks. You can see maybe where they're from. Oh, shots it says on it. So that gives you an idea of the history of the supplies when they built a place like this. Wow, yeah, it looks so rotten. Check it out, the way that's hanging down. That must have been some sort of feature there at one time. Yeah, I've seen those triangular holes drilled in the walls in the other building as well. Wow, the moisture and dampness in this building is just unreal. There's so many ferns growing there. The trouble is the floor just doesn't look too good all around. And then look, there's another ward at this end. Look at this strange shaped bit here. There's been a wall or a door there, look. That must have been like a wee nurse's station.
Reception or something.
Oh, patient order books and stuff it says there. Purchase lines written on the wall. And then she must have had this, and then maybe that was another one that was built on after. And look, you can see where the beds have been. They've got electrical plugs. Yeah, look, is that like the last remains from where the bed head would be? Look at that, folks. I don't even trust the floor here, really. It's just insane. Look at the way the heaters are in there. Old-fashioned heaters. Oh, there's a way in right there too. All the doors and stuff are just wide open, which is handy.
It's like a wee booth for hospital radio or something.
Oh, aye. Strange, eh? It's like a toll booth. Maybe even just a nurse though that had to sit there, to keep an eye on folk. It's a crazy world we're in right now, folks. Look at that, there's like a windy handle there. Oh, that must be for opening the window originally. Is that what it is? Yeah, it's just a lot of like side rooms with sinks and maybe a little kitchen kind of area or something. Oh, this has got the red tiled floor. It's like devastated for water getting in. Right, folks, we'll push on through this building now and see what else we can see. This is crazy how it's just ravaged. The overall top roof doesn't look bad, but there's so much water coming in, like through the holes. Oh, the urinals is here. Yeah, so there's another one of those toilet seat hangs. Like no temperature control installed, so I'm guessing there must have been a shower or a bath or something here. Oh aye, holy shit. Oh, I'm getting spider webs on my head. Yeah, look at that unusual sink there, folks. Massive. And look at that, that sink's got a U-bend on it, like massive thing, like a toilet. And look, it's got a wooden bit bolted to it. Crazy adventures right now, folks. See, these buildings were identical, I think. This one would have had the veranda as well with the glass. Anything glass or breakable though, folks, that's the stuff that folk like break. They just can't leave anything. Surprised these lights are still on. And I can't believe how much of that area down there has been flattened. There used to be a massive incinerator there with a chimney. More of those wards. We need to try and get down to that swimming pool on this adventure. This is crazy, folks. It's an abandoned landscape and it just keeps blowing my mind. Ah, you poiser! It's hit my head. Yeah, this is the same layout as that other end. There must be some ventilation system in there. Stinks in this one. Yeah, the roofs here are just crazy. So much water's coming down in. Yeah, these are all like bathing rooms once again. Oh, it had a door like that. Yeah. It had a wooden kind of slider thing. A screen. And that'll be the reason the office wall was like that. We could get out that window. There's another similar like kitchen bit like what we saw in the last building. Everything's so destroyed in this room. In this garden. Listen, did you hear that? That was a car. Yeah, it's the very same layout with those unusual sinks. Yeah, there's a door open here. I don't know how good the floor is like, but yeah, that's all heater valves and stuff in those holes. Electrical wires just hanging down. Check this out, folks. See, the last time I came, this is where I came in. I came over this back fence. Oh, this is ready to fall down. See, the swimming pool must be down this fence line then. Look at this, folks, we're reading the land here. The swimming pool's over in that area, and they've got a new fence round their building site perimeter, and that fence goes right up to the other one. So there's no way of us getting down to the swimming pool building. I think it's within the private complex of the building site, which is kind of, it's not so good for us exploring, but at the end of the day, again, we're lucky enough to find the cool things that we do find. Here, look at those old steps. See, this has been a bit of a yard here or a road. Anyway folks, there is other buildings. We'll keep on having a look around here though, because there is other buildings. It would have been cool to see the swimming pool though. It was years ago, I think like 2015 the last time I was here, and I was able to get into the swimming pool. And I remember there was crazy graffiti like Homer Simpson and stuff on the wall. And that was one of the craziest like first ever adventures I went on when I was like urban exploring. And we came to this place. I remember we got chased by security and stuff like that. That's how I wasn't so quick to come back. Yeah, they've got cameras around the perimeter of that building site, folks. Pheasant flying out there, giving our game away. Should we just go that way then? Because we can't actually get behind those houses for the fence. See, they've been ripping cable out. Because everywhere that those cable conduits are, you can see where the ground's been torn up. That'll be the reason we're around here with the digger. Crazy seeing like those old buildings, eh? It has been epic, like we've seen a lot. Yeah, it's a shame because the Victorian bit's not accessible, but yeah, at least they're redeveloping it and doing it up. See the building which is in the middle, it has been burnt because the last time I was here that middle building was mint and it had all the windows and the roof, and now it's just a shell. And they wonder when you see these buildings, like again, each one of them will probably end up getting burnt or to a certain degree vandalised just because of the close nature of the city. Here, do you think that's got a little upstairs there? It's weird. Here, look under there, that must be where they've ripped the cables out from underneath the building. Look at it folks, that whole bit must have been for years just kind of covered over, and it's only recently they've torn it all out. Yeah, because like you can walk right through here. Look where the cables and stuff were on the wall. Yeah, it's all asbestos and stuff. Probably freshly ripped up too, which is no good for your health. Yeah, there's doors right through. Maintenance doors, folks. Look at this, folks. Channel DJ's found a historical wonder lying in the grass. I don't know what it is. Oh, it's like got big bits on it. It's like big legs or pads. Oh, aye. No, unless there's a frame under here. It's almost like the frame you would use on like a digger or a machine when you're using like a hoe. And you would fold that down, but it looks upside down to me, and it's broken too. So it's probably a bit of machinery of some sort of stand. See, originally these buildings had the metal coming out with the veranda with the glass over the top, and there is some ancient pictures of Strathmartine Hospital and all that stuff's in situ. This site is so big here, folks. We've literally been walking around it for ages. And like we could go along the back to the building we've not been at yet, eh? Here, that's the second black Range Rover we've seen. Because there's a black Range Rover at the gate at the bottom, folks, and there's one driving about up here. Were we in this building? No. Oh, there's somebody walking down there. Let's go into this door. Real adventures, folks. Right now, we're evading security at this site, I think. That's what the adventure's all about. Again, we're obviously coming with the greatest respect. Look, somebody's had like a grow here. in one of these buildings maybe. Yeah, oh look, this one's still got the glass at the front. Crazy folks, this is what I was telling you. Wow, look, this is cool. That's got the original roof with the glass, and that's how it was back in the olden days. I need to get a picture of this. Stuff like that's so cool to document, because it's like little details of the architecture of the hospital. And yeah, look at this, this has maybe been like a children's ward. Look, it's got chickens or something on there. Oh, I can hear it. Is that a pigeon? Yeah, this has been a crazy adventure, folks. It's getting pretty long, but it's worth it. Okay, and this is just going to be a longer episode. Look at that wallpaper there with who are they again? The Wizard of Oz? No, what do you call it? Here, channel DJ. The Seven Dwarfs, folks. This is it. I couldn't even remember, that's terrible. Eh? There's some artwork or something I've done. Is he? Oh, check this out, folks. Postman Pat. This is what we used to watch when we were young. Back before the days of the internet. That was one of the best cartoons out. I'll get a picture of that. So it's a shame to think maybe there was children and stuff stayed in here. Their parents were maybe in the asylum. And maybe the kids themselves were the ones that were away with it.
Doors have the magnet things on it.
Aye. Things to hold doors. Yeah, that stinks. Oh my goodness. Let's just push on past this bit quick. Man. This whole building, folks, is just kaput. I don't even know if there's another way out of here. Oh, look, there's a little cup for a kid. That's eerie. That's probably been here since the original days of the hospital. Wow, all these crazy side rooms. What light is it through there? Oh, this is a long corridor here. What's through there? Oh, there's more awards there, look. So many rooms, folks. Abandoned rooms, abandoned history, abandoned Scotland. It's not every week we've got like abandoned nuggets like this, but it's crazy just to document everything we can when we're here. And there's like that, must be an old mattress of some sort. Oh, there's a ladder here, goes up to the roof. I'm gonna have to climb up here, folks. I'm gonna hear the wall's probably not even safe. Oh wow, look at that, folks. Holy smokes, there's the bloody air conditioning system. Look how big it is. Oh, and around here there's all the water tanks and stuff like that. Wow. Crazy scenes. Real adventures once again right here on the channel, folks. Unreal. I wouldn't trust walking about up there for sure. But those air conditioning systems are massive. They must have had big filters and stuff in them. Crazy, some of those rooms. I just put the camera around the corner. There's footprints here recently. Somebody with little feet. all bathrooms and toilets. Wow, these corridors go on for so far. Look, there's like a little kitchen kind of room. Wow, this is absolutely insane, folks. The amount of history we're bringing to you this week on the channel, it's unreal with these videos. The history of a hospital, and it's been truly massive. It's been an absolutely massive construction. I'm not even sure where the channel DJ's gone now. Yeah, look, we're round the other side of this now, which is cool. I can hear him. There he is. Yeah, there's a way out here. We could get around this side of the building. What has this been up here? Look at this. It's got loads of bulbs in it. It's maybe an alarm. Bees again in here, eh? This has been an interesting wee building. This is so big, eh? Oh, did it go into your foot? Did it go into your shoe?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Touched my fucking foot.
That was lucky. They'll still be watertight, I'm sure. Nah, you'll be alright. Check this out, folks. Once again, this is the same original metal cast iron beams, and it would have had that glass on it, and they could have probably sat here in the summer. This would have been such a nice spot. It would have been so warm. And from here you can literally look over Dundee, or this end of Dundee anyway, that's Strathmartine. I'm guessing when this place was in operation, Dundee wouldn't have been as near. A lot of those houses wouldn't have been built. An interesting thing, I can see the big chimney in Dundee of Cox's Stack, which sticks up from the city skyline there. That's one of the two main things you see when you come near Dundee. And then Law Hill at the distance is the highest hill. It's hard to see from here though, folks, but yeah. We're right on the edge of Dundee today with this one. Like I've said before in this video, that's how a lot of places like this get so badly smashed. And you get all the gadgets coming out of the town just every weekend. Yeah. I don't know if there was glass down the front as well at one time, but there's been a frame of some sort cut out. Unreal, folks. Yeah, this is the door at the other end of that corridor we looked down.
Yeah.
Check it out, folks. One last look at this crazy building. Abandoned history at its finest. Yeah, see, I think, is there a fenced off bit just in this section? It's like a little garden for this. There's a wall down there, eh? Oh, aye. Well, we'll just go down this way, down the hill. Let's do it, folks. I can put my torch off now. Yeah, I've still got it on. I've got the hiccups too now. So this must have been some of the main interior roads of this site at one time. They're all lined with the lampposts. And I'm not sure if the people got out to like walk around and stuff. There is a fair grassy section at the top end of this site. And yeah, we can see the massive buildings that we were in earlier in this video. There is wildlife here, pheasants and stuff. And there's an unusual stone bit there. That's been like a small garden, I think. Because this section's fenced off separate with a gate. A lot of these places had wee sitting areas, and it would have been designed like that so the people couldn't easily disappear without the nurses noticing. It's like the... Yeah, that could have been even a play area for the kids if they were there on the children's wing right enough. Maybe a bit of a sand pit and stuff for them to play in, and whatever else. Swings and that could have been there. Yeah, this building's just crazy. And we can see the massive lift shaft with that red brick there, compared to the other buildings which doesn't have that. So certain patients was maybe put in that house, or that like section of the hospital. And it is crazy, like we were able to look into the lift shaft from above and look down on the lift. That's a crazy thing. It's not every day of the week you see cool stuff like that, folks. And it's so cool on the adventures to like take YouTube along on the adventure with us. And like today we've managed to evade security, which is pretty good going. As we're right in the middle of the place. I should take this photo for here. So once again, folks, the adventure has been the realest. It's been totally epic. Getting to see so much, like little nooks and crannies of hospital history. Some of the buildings are stinking with dampness and mould. But yeah, there's other ones that we've been able to show you and show you some interesting stuff. With a site like this, it changes all the time. Sometimes you get in buildings now and like next week you won't get into the same ones. So yeah, it is cool to document things often when you can. It was such an adventure to come here and try and get in, see what we can see. And yeah, this has been worth it, folks. We're now heading on back around. We came in through a hole in the fence, so we need to locate that hole in the fence to get back out. Check the size of that tree in front of what would have been the door. It's had grand doors on some of the ends, but that shows you how long it's been abandoned. And yeah, it's just a complex with building after building after building. And it is like something you see at Chernobyl, eh? When there's like so much buildings and stuff as far as the eye can see. Look, there's some of the original curtains right there in that window. There's no way somebody climbed in through that window, eh? Unless they're super scrawny. Yeah, watch this fenced off bit here. Bricked off bit, I should say. It's maybe been like a little area for them to sit once again. So I'm not sure if all this area here was landscaped or if it was always just so wild. See, originally that big building there had a tin bit on the outside with a ladder going up, and then they taken it away. But there's old videos of this place years ago when people were exploring, and there's so much left back then. And the more years that pass, there's just less and less stuff to see. Yeah, that's an unusual little stone bitty there. Let's head on down here. There's a wee hole here we can get through. That's the actual health centre away. Let's head this way. Yeah, because I'm sure last time I came to these buildings as well, there was actually some hospital machines with like gauges on them and pipes and stuff coming out. So it is crazy to see like the difference now when there's even less stuff and they're more decayed. Because it was like 2015 or something when I last came, so that's a real kind of gap in time between then and now. And I would say now it's a lot easier to walk about. There's a bike, look. I think I've got a thorn in my boot. This has maybe been a wee shed here. Oh look, there is like a metal pole sticking up, look. What's this been then? Not unless there's stairs there. Oh yeah, because look, it's right in line with the centre of that building. So there's maybe been a bit of a walkway here or something. I'm sure I've got a thorn or something in my shoe here. So this place is just now home to wildlife and security guards, folks. And it is crazy to see such a big site. Again, this would just be a bit of wasteland if this houses wasn't here, or these hospital buildings, I mean. So it is cool to come and video it before they're gone forever. Because I think one day in the future this will just be redeveloped and changed. New houses will get built and all this will be forgotten. And the fact it looked like this for so many years will be forgotten as well. We can see already they've started ripping like electrical cables and stuff out of the ground. So it shows you. Again, it changes even this year, it's changed. What were you saying? Oh, there's a little pillars there, look. Must have been the edge of the tarry bit. Look at the way that those tiles are there. See, this has all been a grand entrance. Look, it's had like, must have had gates in front of the door. Look at that there though. Yeah, the interior road of the compound. Oh, I see what you mean. It's strange the way this curb comes round the edge.
Yeah, and then it just ends there.
Yeah, it must have been for people getting picked up and dropped off. So maybe they had a little car system or a bus system within the complex here that took people where they needed to go, so then they could keep an eye on them. There's bits of like a ladder or something there. It's probably been thrown down from up there by like a Ned or something. We go through this way, yeah. It's insane, folks. We're going through a maze of history. Yeah, between these two buildings. If you watched the last episode, folks, we were inside both these buildings exploring, so yeah, go back and see that if you've missed it. It's been insane. The amount of abandoned stuff we've seen. This episode's quite long in that, but it's worth just putting it all on and showing the world what we can see. Look, here's old steps. This must have been a main walkway up between the buildings. And now look at it, folks, we're literally fighting through the bushes. And that's the coolest thing often about these adventures, like finding that. It's an abandoned stair set. Crazy. Here, look, there's another big building here. That was the first one that we saw, but we didn't go in. Yeah, that's the current kind of health centre and that down at that end, I think, folks. Look, there is paths and stuff. Or that's been one of those cable ways. These went all the way around the whole site. And maybe in another few months this thing will be ripped up as well. Look at the character of that, eh? Wow. Watch you don't fall through this hole. Look, it's some deep, like. There's that cold air that comes out below the ground at this site. But also these buildings, Ken, they're cold inside. Maybe with the dampness in the air. See that metal end there with the stair inside it? That's what I was saying was on those other buildings originally, up at the top of the hill. Here, we'll have a look down this stair at the second story. Real adventures right here, folks. I can't even believe what I'm seeing. We've not been in there, have we? Look at that stairway. We've not been in that building though. Because mind, we walked around that building at the start of the last episode. We could probably get in it. Look at this though, it's actually 4 stories. Because it's got an underground layer. Underground level in there, look. Oh, look how flooded that is. Here, I'll have a look in that window. Sorry, man. Let's have a look in here, see what's going on. Oh, there's so many spider webs. It's so dark in there, I can't even see a thing. How is that so dark? Oh, the camera's picking it up. Yeah, it's just some crazy maybe like a maintenance room or something. Yeah, was there any way of getting into that building? Crazy scenes right here, folks. There is a bit more of a breeze down here at the bottom of the hill now. Yeah, we walked right around there in the last video, so we're no need to go around that way. Yeah, this is so cool to see. They must have had these for easy access, or maybe it was a fire escape. Again, they would need to have that as a fire escape, which wasn't in the original plans. We'll go in for a look. I would have to do another episode if we do. Right, folks, we're going to go in here for a look. So we'll end this video here. You'll hate to tune into the next episode. This one's going to be too long We're documenting all the history we can. So if you want to see what goes on next, tune into the next video. Thanks very much for watching. Goodbye for me, goodbye for the channel DJ, and we'll see you very soon.